Hello and welcome to Todd's Truth. Just when I thought I was done with DC Comics, after my last two videos about them, this happened. DC Fandome. Dum-da-dum-dum-dum. So I'll be talking about this and covering some of the things that went on at this event. And the first thing we'll be talking about is Wonder Woman 1984. After watching the trailer, I didn't like this trailer as much as I liked the first trailer. Especially Kristen Wiig, who I do not like as an actress. I don't like anything she's been in. I don't think she's a very good actress. And on top of that, seeing this god-awful CG cheetah that she's supposed to be made me want to not see this even more. That this is a trailer that they would put out with that bad a CG in it. I love Gal Gadot, sorry. But I don't like the outfit here that she's wearing. I know this outfit comes from the Kingdom Come miniseries, but I never liked it. I thought it made her look too much like Hawkgirl, a character that already exists in DC. I never understood why they would make her look like that. Yeah, I'd still want to see some more before I pan this or not, but I probably, after this trailer, I would say I wouldn't see it. But I did enjoy the first one, so that might sway me if I saw another better trailer. Next is Gotham Knights, a video game coming out, and I'm not sure if it's just going to be for the consoles or console and PC, but it's just a fighting game from what I've heard. And I don't really care for fighting games. They're all boring and repetitive after a few minutes. So if it came out for the PC, I might give it a try. But like I said, I don't really play fighting games for that reason. I mean, it's the same thing over and over. And, oh, I go in this room, beat up a bunch of guys. Go in the next room, beat up a bunch of guys. Go in the next room, beat up a bunch of guys. Oh, look, these guys look like the same guys in the other room. How is that possible? So I probably won't even care about this game very much. Although it does have Nightwing, Batgirl, Robin, and Red Hood in it, which are all great characters. But if it's just a fighting game, I probably won't play unless it has some other dynamic to it. Moving on. The Sandman universe. I never got into Sandman, so I don't know if I would care about this stuff going on with it. Look like it's going to be an audio production. Is that their fancy way of saying audiobook? And it looks like it's going to have some upcoming Netflix adaptation as well. I have Netflix. I don't know if I would care to watch this since I didn't really care for the comic book that much. I know it was a big hit with a lot of people, but it wasn't me. And moving on to Flash. Okay, a Flash movie? Come on. Ezra Miller's Flash was horrible in the Justice League. So was Cyborg. They were the two worst parts of a bad movie. So you want to give a bad character their own movie. That doesn't make any sense to me. I would not even waste my time with this. And I don't know why they are wasting their time with this. They should have recast the Flash to a different character. As Ezra Miller's acting was horrible in the Justice League movie. So moving on, Suicide Squad. Now, this one I'm actually excited for because it's James Gunn. Come on. James Gunn took the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, which everyone thought was going to be horrible, and made them great. He's a great writer and a great director. And we know he can write action and comedy and make it work, which it doesn't work a lot of times. So this one I'm actually looking forward to. And with the cast of characters that's here, it looks like that this could be a lot of characters getting killed. Because there's a lot of like third and fourth tier characters here that would be perfect for being killed off in a Suicide Squad movie. I mean, you've got, let's see, Javelin, okay. Polka Dot Man. I mean, that's perfect character for killing off. Ratcatcher 2. Yeah, probably going to die. Bloodsport, I would probably say no because it's Idris Elba and he's awesome. So you probably don't want to kill his character off. The Tinkerer, I would probably say no because it's Peter Capaldi, and Capaldi's awesome as well. Although it would be something to see him get his character killed because that would be impressive to see. And then you have, let's see, who else would be a Blackguard could. TDK, I like TDK in the comics. Nathan Fillion, I love Nathan Fillion. I think he's a great actor. I would love to see him in more superhero movies because he's got that perfect attitude for superhero movies. Weasel, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to die. Captain Boomerang, no, he'll survive because he's a great character. Peacemaker, he's a great character too. Could die, could not die. He's being as John Cena. King Shark, if you've seen the animation CGI in the clip, he would be a great character to kill off if you did in a big way. I mean, some big giant death scene would be awesome. And you know Amanda Waller's going to survive. You know Colonel Rick Flag is going to survive. You know Harley Quinn is going to survive. Out of all these new characters, I think the one character I would have liked to have seen them brought back from the original show would have been Katana, because Katana is a great character in the comic book, but they didn't do her justice in the other Suicide movie because they didn't give her enough backstory, enough information to let you know just how awesome of a character she is. So that was the one thing I would have liked to have seen them bring back for her. But the rest of this movie, I am excited about. I can't wait to see this movie. And I think James Gunn is going to knock it out of the park and show Disney why the stupid Disney fired him after all that stupid crap came out. The minute he gets signed by DC to do Suicide Squad, they run back to him, begging him to come back and do the next Guardians movie. So I want to see him just crush this movie and slam that in Disney's face. Moving on. Legacy of the Bat. Again, all of this stuff that took place, I don't really care about. They've screwed Batman up so bad that they've made me actually not care about Batman and DC Comics. So most of this was a bunch of crap. The part that really caught my eye was this part here at the bottom of the screen. Ridley did say that a book would spend a lot of time with Lucius Fox's family. Who cares? I mean, he's a great character, but who cares about his family? And would likely feature a Batman of color. Come on. DC, stop this crap. This is what you guys are doing. You could think this is going to save DC Comics after the evisceration you guys suffered already from AT&T. You think by putting a Batman of color out there is going to change it? So you want to change the characters even more after you've already gotten your butt handed to you by AT&T because you can't sell anything. This is the kind of crap you want to pull. Good Lord. Moving on. Milestone Comics. Now, I remember Milestone Comics because, yes, I'm old. And but if you look at this picture here, the only character on this entire picture I remember from Milestone was Static Shock. And Static Shock was a cool character. He was a fun character. I liked him. I liked his abilities and what he could do. It made sense. It was a really great workup. And I remember his animated series as well that he used to have. I used to watch it because I liked him. I thought he was a great character. The rest of these guys, I don't remember a single one of them. I mean, yeah, I couldn't name any of the other characters here. And this is what you want to bring back in this time when, come on. Again, talk about pandering. Come on, guys. And the thing that you want to do here that you think is going to win back fans of DC Comics is you want to do stuff that's going to be digital series. Like this, announced a new Static Shock digital series due in February 2021. You think digital is going to save DC Comics? I don't collect comic books because I don't like to hold them in my hands. I want to hold them. I want to look at the cover. I want to look at the pages. I want to turn it and look at the back. The only time I would want to have a digital comic is when I'm traveling and I can put it on my iPad and read it on the plane, or when I'm in another country in the hotel for the night getting ready to fall asleep and I want something to read. I'm not going to take my comic books with me overseas or on a plane. So that is the only time that I would even care to have a digital comic book, is for that reason. And they're banking on digital comics being the saving grace of DC Comics. No, it's not going to. This whole stupid thing is going to blow up in their faces. And then I'm going to point and laugh, basically. Because, I mean, does their stupidity have no bounds? People are telling them what they want. We want this, we want this. Don't mess with our characters. And what's the first thing they do is they mess with the characters again. After all these DC people getting fired by AT&T because they can't make any money. And this is the crap they think is going to make money. I swear, the only time that DC Comics apparently is going to get it through their thick skulls, and these SJWs who are in there now, is when the entire company is cleaned out, rebuilt from the ground up, and make it the great comic book company it used to be. Or AT&T is going to completely get rid of DC Comics and then just license out the characters. That's the only two things that's going to happen here. And this is not going to help them. Moving on. The Snyder Cut of Justice League. This I'm really looking forward to. I don't have HBO Max, but I will get it for a month when this comes out just to watch the Snyder Cut. Because this looks amazing. Already, this clip already looks so much better than the entire Justice League movie done by that dumbass Joss Whedon, that sexual predator of Hollywood. It looks so good that, I mean, just in the clip alone, I won't show any of these clips because I don't want to get copyright striked for doing it, as I've seen a bunch of other channels get when they played these clips. But you can watch all the clips on YouTube after you watch this, and if you think I'm right, then you can watch it all and see for yourself. But with the Snyder Cut, just in this little trailer, teaser trailer, it's not even a full trailer, it's just a teaser trailer that they showed Darkseid. Hell yeah. They showed Desaad. Yes. And an even better looking Steppenwolf. I mean, how could you have already had that Steppenwolf in this clip, and then you put out the crap that you put into the Justice League movie that looked horrible? And then you take one look at this and go, damn, why didn't they use this? And then you also got some really interesting things, even though they were characters I couldn't stand in the movie. But the Flash's little thing there where you got to see the scene where he saves his girlfriend, or soon-to-be girlfriend, from that car crash. And then you got to see what happened to Cyborg's father. And then those kind of integral little things are pretty cool to see, especially if people are coming and watching this who don't know those characters. But this already has me excited to see the movie, the full movie. Like I said, I will pay for HBO Max for a month just to watch this movie. That's how excited about it I am. Moving on. The Flash TV panel. I stopped watching The Flash a long time ago. I used to love everything on the CW when it came out in the first seasons of the shows. I watched Arrow, I watched Flash, I watched Heroes of Tomorrow, and I watched Supergirl. And then they systematically destroyed every one of those shows to the point that I could no longer watch any of these shows without literally throwing up in my mouth at the stupid crap that they were pulling. So this I don't really care about because it's just a panel about the TV show that I no longer watch. Black Adam. So this kind of animated trailer looked okay. I mean, it didn't excite me for the movie because I was hoping for some actual footage if there was any. But I like the Black Adam character. But I don't know if Dwayne Johnson will be able to make me care about the character in this movie. But there were some things that did catch my attention. Like down here, Atom Smasher is going to be making an appearance, as well as other members of the Justice Society, which I love the Justice Society. I think the Justice Society is awesome. I loved all the characters. And it says that Smasher, along with Hawkman, Dr. Fate, and Cyclone, were all going to be making appearances in this movie, which that's got me excited. And I heard rumors that they were going to try to have Shazam and Superman possibly also making appearances, if not just cameos in the movie, which that's got me excited. But I will wait to reserve my judgment on this movie till I actually see some real footage of the movie and not the animated trailer that they put up here. Moving on, Titans. I really don't care. I haven't watched the show. Nothing about it really made me want to watch the show after I saw the castings and what they did to some of the characters. So yeah, I just don't care. So moving on. I mean, that is a cool picture of Red Hood there. But moving on. Aquaman. Now, I love the first Aquaman movie. I thought it was really, really good. I wouldn't say great. It did have some problems to it, but I would love to see the sequel if it comes out, but not if it has Amber Turd in it. I will not see this movie if they keep her in the movie, because there's nothing about that vile piece of garbage I've learned all about lately that would make me want to support her. I don't support actors in movies that I don't like. If you can't keep your mouth shut, or political BS, or all the stuff that's come out about Amber Heard, then I don't want to give you my money and support you if you're that kind of person. So I will see this if it comes out without her, but I will not see it if it comes out with her. Next thing here is a Q&A with Kaylee Cuoco. It's Harley Quinn animated show. Something else, again, I haven't watched. I haven't watched the animated show. I really haven't watched anything from DC because I just can't stand what they've done to characters that I once loved. DC Comics used to be, as I've stated before, DC Comics used to be my favorite comic books. I love the characters. As you can see on my shelf behind me up here, the statues I have up here are DC. Batman, Superman, Darkseid, and Green Lantern. I was not a Marvel fan. I love DC. And to see what they've done to the DC characters has made me hate the company. And so I don't really actively participate in watching anything from DC anymore. The Wonder Woman 80th anniversary celebration. Yeah. I mean, okay. But I'm not going to buy anything from them. I'm not, it's like, really don't matter to me. Shazam panel. This is another movie I did like. I thought it was funny. Kind of reminded me of Guardians of the Galaxy style. Where, some of the funny stuff is like when he was throwing the dolls of Batman at the villain, like that was going to stop him, to throw those dolls. And, but I look at this and I think, the problem I had with this was Zachary Levi. I mean, he's not a superhero type like that. I mean, his bodysuit gave him the muscles and stuff, but we all know he's a skinny little dude, toothpick guy inside that suit. I loved him in Chuck. That role was perfect for him, for the nerdy guy that could do all the cool stuff. But, it's still hard for me to see him as a superhero playing Shazam. And that was my big drawback, one of my big drawbacks for the movie. There were a few problems with it that I thought, but that was my biggest. I would probably check out the sequel when it comes out, but again, I would reserve my judgment to seeing actual footage of it in a trailer. Next is Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Yeah, another game I probably will never play. And again, the trailer only had animation in it. It didn't have any gameplay, kind of like the other DC one we just looked at for the Bat stuff. And again, I'll wait to see actual gameplay, because when you do these kind of trailers with all animation, that doesn't tell you anything about the game. This is, oh, look at this fluff. We won't show you anything about the game. So until I see an actual trailer for the game that's gameplay, I'll reserve my opinion on this one too, because if it's not a fighting game, a straight fighting game, which it looks like it might be, I might play it. But if it's a straight fighting game like the last one, I will not play it because, again, they're repetitive and boring. Okay, moving on. Yeah, they're supposed to kill Superman? Yeah, good luck with that. And last and least, the Batman. I am not a fan of Robert Pattinson. I think he's a horrible actor. I haven't. The only people I hear that say he's a good actor are women, because they're the only one watching his crappy acting, and it's usually not for the acting. Ever since he did that sparkly vampire thing, he refused to work out and get in shape for the role. So, I'm sorry. So you're a skinny, out of shape Batman. Okay. Am I supposed to be afraid of you or what? Batman is all about intimidation, looking buff, kicking the crap out of you. But he's also in shape and built, muscular. Built. Come on. You don't work out and you don't do any training for Batman. I'm not afraid of you. You would be like, oh, you look so cute in your little suit. Oh, is it Halloween out? Oh, aren't you just precious? Oh, Lord. And we're supposed to believe that this is scary. This is intimidating. This looks like a skinny little dork. And there's a scene in it. Again, I won't play it because I don't want to get struck. But there's a scene in it where he fights I'm guessing it's a straight gang criminal guy. He has to hit the guy like 20 times. And the only acting in that scene was the stuntman acting like those punches hurt. Come on. And by the time he was done, he was already winded. He was like, whew, whew, yeah, give me a second. Whew, hold on. Yep, I'm almost there. Whew. Come on. What kind of crap is this? This is not Batman. This guy should have been Robin, not Batman. Yeah, Robin was probably more in shape than this guy is. So, this trailer and him, crappy actor, does not make me want to see this movie at all. There's nothing about that trailer that I went, oh my gosh, I got to run out and see this movie. It looked like crap. And his acting, we already know is crap because he sucks. So, literally, this was, yeah. What is it? It says, it's coming, I guess September, no, can't be that. And no, it's the other thing about it. But does it actually give a release date for this yet? I didn't see one. 30, October next year. So, and they've already started filming it. So we're going to get a skinny, out of shape Batman. Yay, DC. Thanks for nothing. Thanks for ruining another character for me there, buddy. So, well, I will cut this video there at the end because there's really nothing else I want to say about this Batman movie. Except it just looks like crap. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's nothing else. I can't even stomach talking about this anymore. Well, thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and what the hell, go crazy. Leave me a comment, what you thought about the video, what you disagree with me about what was announced at DC Fandome. And follow me on social media. All the links will be in the description below. And I'll see you in the next video.